Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Universal Channeling. Channeling the Conscious Universe. Blossom Goodchild, Channeling the Federation of Light, February 14, 2022. Blossom Goodchild. Quite a lot was discussed about last week's channeling, and so this week, I felt I would like to address what I could. Therefore, here is the lastest message from the Federation of Light. Enjoy. A quick note before I start. Last week's channeling was discussed by a world-renowned, highly respected lady, named Janine, Tarot with Janine. She was asked to do the cards regarding the FOL, saying that indeed, there still was going to be a worldwide lockdown. A few issues were then discussed, of which I feel it would be good to clear up today. So, good morning, once again. You'll be pleased to know we are legit, according to the cards. Federation of Light. Greetings to you, Blossom, and those who have been with us for a long time, and indeed, to all newcomers to our chats. We sincerely hope that they resonate with the heart and soul. Yes, indeed, we know we are legit. Blossom Goodchild. Nice to get the heads up though. However, things to address, if we may. Clarification of who you are. Last year it was mentioned by a few ex-militaries, and I believe a few channelers, that the FOL are a FISOP, and that it is the Confederation of Worlds that are the real deal. If you could also clear up the matter of you not being the Galactic Federation of Light. Just the Federation of Light, that would be good too. Off you go then, chaps. Federation of Light. Blossom. As the Lady of the Cards wisely mentioned, it actually matters not what our label is. What matters is that the truth we bring through resonates within the core of the being. It is for each one to discern and decipher for themselves our words, and whether or not they ring true. As we have said in previous chats, we are not in competition. Our desire is to assist your planet and all upon her, to move into the higher vibration where all that no longer serves, in these times, will be left behind. However, to address your question, we choose to be called the Federation of Light, and we are the overseers of the overseers. We stand firm in this knowledge of who we are. Blossom Goodchild. What is the difference between the Galactic Federation and your good selves? Federation of Light. We are not of galaxies, Blossom. We are not of / in form. Yet, can be. If it / should it ever be necessary. When we say we are above that, we do not mean that in a sense of being better than. We simply mean that, with respect, our status, if we have to call it something, is of a higher vibration. Hence, we are not the overseers. We are the overseers of the overseers. Blossom Goodchild. Who are the overseers overseeing? Federation of Light. A vast organization. Consider yourselves to be one species residing on a small planet named Earth. Then consider many other races. Not of your world. Some residing on other worlds and some having their ship as their world. You have your world supposedly controlled by governments. Other worlds are advanced enough not to need those in charge to dictate. However, in the grand scheme of things, in the running of the divine plan, there has to be those who are able to oversee the plan. Blossom Goodchild. And that's you? Federation of Light. Not just us. It is difficult to explain in words. We would say, those of our vibrational frequency who are not of us, yet, are on our wavelength. We are aware that you want to discuss the Galactic Federation. Again, a vast organization. Consisting of many, different sectors. Not all in alignment with that which we choose to offer. Which leads us into the question of FISOPs. Blossom Goodchild. Which is what, exactly, for those who are unsure? Federation of Light. A FISOP, as we understand it, is a convergence of truths and untruths. The one bringing through the messages from elsewhere believes the information to be true and accurate, and yet, through advanced, yet, not really, technology, the receiver is fed information through the ethers, in order to confuse those who have come to enjoy messages from outside of your world. Sadly, many feel they are connecting with truth, yet, they are being duped. Blossom Goodchild. And one would recognize this by? Federation of Light. Integrity. Listening and feeling into their soul. Have we not said this also, of that which we speak of with you over many years of communication? If what we say does not resonate with you, search elsewhere for your truth. Each one must follow their heart. Blossom Goodchild. So, what about the Confederation of Worlds? With respect, where did they suddenly pop up from? I've been at this for 22 years and have never heard of them until last year. And yet, ex-top military folk say these are the ones of the light and nothing/no one else. Federation of Light. Blossom, we are not avoiding/evading the question, as many sometimes feel we do. Yet, it is not of us to tell you that which your being must discover for itself. Is it not many times you have been asked to ask us if a certain channeler is speaking truth? Blossom Goodchild. Oh, indeed. Federation of Light. Yet, we would not consider to discuss that. It is not for us to speak of this. It is for the soul self to feel its truth. One knows now it certainly is not wise to consider everything one reads or hears to be of the light. Blossom Goodchild. So, you don't want to discuss the Confederation of Worlds? Federation of Light. Correct. For no other reason than we are not here to do so. We come to you, as you know, to assist all that is life to know who they are, to reside in that truth, and to find ways to help one recall their mission upon the divine planet Earth at this time. Blossom Goodchild. Guess you would like to move on. Thank you for giving as much as you see fit. Federation of Light. We would like to conclude that section by reiterating. Truth is truth. It cannot be a lie. Feel into your truth regarding any matter you come across, be it channelers or the price of vegetables. Blossom Goodchild. What a strange comparison. Let's not waste time talking about the price of cabbage. Okay, moving on. I feel we have a bit to get through. It was discussed in the same program, regarding the worldwide lockdown and how people just couldn't stand the thought of it. My heart felt you can assist us on this matter, if you would care to oblige. Federation of Light. We have spoken of this also, Blossom. This is a divine plan. It is too complicated and intimate to be discussed in public at this stage. Yet, we shall tell you this. It will be under the guise of a spreading rapidly fungus. Blossom Goodchild. Whoa. Hold the phone a minute. A fungus? Are you seriously serious, chaps? A fungus? Are we all going to be eaten by a giant mushroom? Federation of Light. If we may continue. A spreading rapidly fungus. Connected to the viruses. Yet, of course, this has absolutely nothing to do with it. We cannot give the game away. It is not appropriate, yet, we can say that what is to take place, once that maneuver is underway, is for the greater good. The highest good of all. When this is understood, there will be no place for fear. For it will be accepted that at last, the plan is flowing through phase 2 and moving. What takes place during that incubation will shake one to the core. Yet, it is the core of the being that in many, needs to be shaken in order to awaken. Many shall emerge anew, and in alignment with the truth that is to be revealed. One knows that what is to be shown without doubt as truth, will start a revolution inside the self. Which in turn for many, who cannot accept the great reveals, will lead to much disruption. Therefore, would you not consider it best/safest to remain indoors at this time and send your light love to the entire situation? We understand too, that many will be too confused to deal with it, and choose to leave the planet. As part of their contract. In varied options of removing themselves. Leaving many to continue on in strength and courage to fulfill their mission. Blossom Goodchild. So, this would not be a good time to say. Beam me up, Scotty. Federation of Light. Blossom, as we move through this next phase. Although great turmoil will occur, which most of you are already aware is to come and have been preparing for within your soul's courage. In a sense, it is a time to celebrate. Blossom Goodchild. It doesn't sound like it would be appropriate to adorn party hats and throw streamers, to be honest. Federation of Light. It will be a celebration of inner knowing. A recognition of your tutorial before coming here. When this takes off, this phase 2, the heart will recognize the difference, for those in the know. We cannot express enough our feelings, our knowing regarding the saying and repeating of the mantra. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Many may be new to this. Yet, we trust the knowing of truth will lead the soul to adopt these coded words into their everydayness, and allow them to become as natural as breathing. The more souls that cotton on, the more one understands they are not alone when saying these words, the more the strength of unity and the build-up of extreme light, love will be present as the divine plan takes its next step. When the incubation takes place, use it. Use it. Use it. To be your light. For yourself and all life. Your time is now. You know it is you we are speaking to. There is no place for fear and depression, yet, there will be so much needed courage and strength to guide each one through that which is to take place. We have every faith in you playing your part. That is why only the strongest of the strong were chosen. We must take our leave now, as there is much here to be absorbed by newly awakened beings. Blossom Goodchild. Tickety-boo. I'm really pleased we have this done. Federation of Light. Blossom, you have been through much in this last year. We look forward to connecting with you in the sanctuary that was chosen for you, where our communications shall continue in truth and love. Blossom Goodchild. Thanks guys. Yes. I move on Thursday. Bittersweet yet, I am getting excited now. In gratitude. In loving service. I am. Half an hour later. I feel incomplete. May we just have another quick chat, as there is also the matter of how long this worldwide lockdown will last? To me, it seems to be looking so unlikely to take place at all, as restrictions and absurdities are lifting in many places and the huge freedom rallies are making such a stand. Federation of Light. This is agreeable with / to us. Yet, we cannot be particularly forthcoming on this matter either. We would say how long is a piece of string? For Blossom and all, we cannot determine this outcome. It is each one and their behavior towards it that shall do this. It is on the cards. Would we say? Blossom Goodchild. Aptly. That Phase 2 and all its involvements will move rapidly once the lid has been removed from the can, and the worms in their multitudes are forced out and dealt with. Yet, as to when it will flow into Phase 3, will be according to the reaction of the masses, and this is something no one will know until this phase is well underway. Another reason for those in / of awareness to step up and beam. Blossom Goodchild. Trying to imagine exactly what this will look like is tricky. There will be such anger by those who simply had no idea, and that could be a huge issue. Federation of Light. Dearest Blossom, what is taking place on your entire planet is, and has been, a huge issue. Yet, think upon it as a means to an end. You came here for this. You know in your hearts the light has won, and you shall see this divine plan through. Blossom Goodchild. Well, I do my best to try and know. You have mentioned that there are to be 5 phases. Dear God, give us strength. At 64, does this mean I may have left for fresher pastures by the time we get to Phase 5? Federation of Light. One would hope not, Blossom. Blossom Goodchild. Too right, one would hope not. Federation of Light. Yes, there are to be 5, and we cannot, as you know, due to there actually being no time, give you a time frame. Again, each phase dependent upon the plan flowing and the reaction to it. However, we choose to say, you will be here when Phase 5 arrives, and we can, with a great deal of certainty, say that Phase 5 will continue on in light and love and peace and truth for an eternal space in the beingness of everything. Blossom Goodchild. I think I feel this to be complete now. Thank you. Back to packing. In gratitude. In loving service. I am. Website, blossomgoodchild.com.